And here we go. What's going on, Astro family? Alyssa here, Astromadeus, with the giant Lumerian quartz. Oh, hold on, I gotta pick up a call. Hi, yes, I'm trying to find my bearings, and it is proving to be a little bit difficult with the final degree of Saturn in Pisces. So, talk to you later, bye. If you're dealing with certain levels of crazy and chaos and illusion and intensity, anger, unsurfaced emotions that have been very dormant for quite some time, know that you're not alone. You guys, this is going to be one of those pauses in the astrology right now because we're building up to some things that I'll go over certain dates, but I just wanted to first start by saying thank you so much for being here, truly. I have ran into a couple people lately that have been sharing that they watch my forecast and they enjoy it, and it brings them hope, it brings them insight and some humor, and it really means a lot. I just want you guys to know how much it means to me. I have been doing this work for about 10 years now with my astrology, and I've only put it on Facebook. I've only put it on, a different platform, I don't know, a few months ago, maybe. And I just haven't put my visibility there. And this is such a huge lesson for the astrology that we have going on, where we have all this heavy Capricorn placement, okay? And the authority piece comes in where we realize, just because I'm not currently putting this in practice in the way that my mind and my body expected me to, holy moly, I'm still doing the work. I'm still embodying this in such a way. And a lot of the times we're the one at the final game, right? Final boss of like, oh, I am putting these standards on myself. I'm putting these expectations. I'm putting these roles and responsibilities when I didn't sign up for that, right? And, or maybe it's the opposite. But with the Capricorn, you guys, we have a Capricorn New Moon coming up on the 18th, this weekend. So get ready for that. As a Capricorn moon here, I'm like, let's go. I feel like a little crazy at the beginning of the year because I do have a Capricorn moon. So Capricorn season hits and I'm like, let's do some stuff. And then of course my body got sick and was like, hey, calm down and take it easy. We'll get there, but let's rework the physical plane first. Let's purge. And that's where we're at as a collective right now, you guys. We are at a very deep state of purging. It's not any wonder that collectively right now, the flu is going around and people are sick, and we are having this really deep introspective time where we understand all the ways that we've wronged ourselves before, all the ways that we have not showed up for our nervous system, have not shown up for our dreams, have not been consistent because we have beliefs around ourselves that are not accurate and old and outdated and someone else put into our minds. So Capricorn shows us where we take the reins back and where we understand that, yes, hard work is what it takes, but the joy and the reward come in the acknowledgement when it does finally start happening and you realize, wow, I did that. I did that work and I have that resilience and that strength within me. So we also have Aquarius season happening on the 19th. The sun enters Aquarius, and that's going to bring a new, deeper level of karmic initiation, of self-initiation, and of really understanding our friend groups, our circles of, connection, our local community, and really our people, right? Our tribe. The current world stage right now is so heightened, is so intense, is so 29 degrees of Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, and that rules propaganda. So we are understanding our level of ability in showing up in social media, in showing up in these places, and understanding how it can mentally impact us, how it is affecting our spiritual self, how it is helping us understand deeper levels of our attachment styles, of how we grieve, of how we want to show up for our fellow collective, our fellow human, This is about human rights, you guys. And so this advocacy, this intensity with Aquarius is going to feel a little bit more activated, a little bit more ramped up wherever you have that in your chart. Take a look at your pie chart and see what house you have Aquarius, see what planets you have in Aquarius. And if you don't have planets there, just see the house ruler and see what's going on there and how that's going to show up for you. So Capricorn New Moon on Sunday, that is all about, again, really trusting our sense of authority, trusting our inner parent that's coming out right now and saying, hey, we can't take on the world in a day, but we can take on our nervous system. We can take on small issues that are coming up that we realize aren't really even issues altogether. It's more about understanding our sense of regulation and what we need to do to, like I said, that have that self-initiation of where you're like, this is where I am and who I am in moving forward. You know, I'm not going to listen to the same stories. You know, the finale of Pisces is right now, you guys, with that final degree. And, you know, looking forward, you guys, Neptune moves into Aries on January 26th. So just around the corner, and it's there till May 21st of 2038. So this long cycle for the long haul of showing you how you need to be brave, how you need to be bold, how you need to, you know, and what you are fighting for. That's such a big one, you guys, because it's really, as a collective, the temperature is sovereignty and personal sovereignty. What does that mean for you? What does that mean in your history, in your lineage, in your family dynamics? What needs to be looked at? What needs to be addressed? You know, and so there's this seriousness, there's this heaviness, this karmic undertone with that Capricorn, but there's also that super grounded support where Cap's like, let's go. Like, I'm here to do the work with you. I'm here to face those emotional, you know, parts of ourselves that have felt a little bit buried, have felt a little bit, we'll deal with you later. You know, that's coming up. And we have a couple planets going direct soon, so we can look forward to that. We have on February 3rd, Uranus going direct. Okay, so that's helping us understand the spiritual significance of why our world in the Taurus house has kind of felt super unpredictable, super, you know, on the fly. And just like, I will keep up as it goes. There's a lot of unexpected changes. There's a lot of, you know, blockages and things I didn't expect going my way. But that's what Uranus teaches us, you guys. I have my moon and Uranus exactly conjunct in my natal chart. So I'm pretty used to dealing with this energy. And if you know me personally and you've been around me personally, you feel that like kind of edginess with me, right? But that's, it's my placements, okay? So again, that Uranus going direct is going to really feel like we're a little bit more in the reins when it comes to unpredictability and when it comes to feeling a little more settled and like we had that breakthrough, you know, in our body, in our nervous system, and in our path. On the 10th of February, we have Jupiter going direct. And the reason that we've had this very deep, intense, emotional component to the collective right now is that Jupiter in Cancer, is that personal story of this is where I come from, this is how I've been wronged in the past, this is where my pain comes in, and this is how I'm transforming that into joy. And I'm choosing happiness, and I'm choosing something that my ancestors would be so proud of. They would be like, I started that and I wasn't able to complete that in that way in my lifetime. But seeing you do that in yours is everything to me. So see where you have the 12th house, see where your ancestors in their natural meaning of connecting with you and the other side as well. I have a lot of 12th house placements. So for me, I'm like, I feel pretty connected and tuned in with that, even to the point where when I was younger, it was very overwhelming. I didn't quite know where all that was coming from. And astrology has been the tool for me to really know that and to honor that and appreciate that role. March 3rd, eclipse season, baby, is right around the season, you guys. We have a lunar eclipse. We have a solar eclipse on February 17th. A solar eclipse in Aquarius. So like I said, that Aquarius energy is really starting to rev up, and it's at 28 degrees too. So this is really showing us our personal mission, who we are as an individual in the collective, right? We have our uniqueness, our spark of joy, our futurism, our humanitarianism, our solution-oriented self that's really coming through. And that's my third house. So I'm like, I need to speak up. I need to start sharing more. So here I am. And you guys are so wonderful. All your support, all your love really means the world to me. So seriously, thank you guys. I talked about Saturn and Neptune approaching Aries and us really starting to feel that sense of fieriness. 2026, if you are a fire or an air sign, you're the favorite. This is your year. So get ready for it. Get ready for that, like I said, that final surrender point with these final degrees of Pisces and just saying, you know, they say, Jesus, take the wheel. It's like, yeah, surrender. Find your personal sovereignty. Find how your nervous system needs to be supported right now. How much balance we need of being online versus what's happening in our life, in our personal real life, right? We really need to start pulling the reins back of that Pluto and Aquarius, right? Technology, internet, social media, experimentation, right? So you got this. I'm proud of you. I'm here if you need a reading. For everybody that got a reading, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm working on 2 year ahead reports. I'll cover the name on this one, but check this out, you guys. I've got my beautiful handwritten chart, and these are part of my work that makes me different from the other astrologers because I do the work of really, you know, having this for you forever. This comes in a really beautiful folder that I send it off with your name and your astrology on there. And I use fun markers. So thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. This went over a little bit long, but you know me and my silly self. I'll just keep going. So have a wonderful day. I will see you guys next week. And thank you so much for being here.